Hello,
Hey,
hello. I hope we have people here. Maybe they remember we're on at 7 and not 8. We were on 8 last time. But we're going to go on with it. And maybe if you're not here now, that somebody will watch it later on. That'd be cool. Um, Maybe we'll have a few people in a few minutes. We're going to hang out just here just for a couple of minutes and see if anybody decides to come over and say hello. Uh, we don't have anybody yet. I'll give it a couple of minutes here, and then we'll see how it goes. Our video will just talk a minute. We got somebody here. Was that you? I guess that may be you. Another thing. We had a very good video. Our last video out on Sunday was the Keep Your Daydream E3 meetups, and they had an educational thing and meetup. Excuse me.
I'm gonna stir the skin.
One of our
Over the hill.
hello, John. Good to see you. You're one of the first ones in the house. But the E3 video that we had was with Keep Your Daydream. It was very enjoyable meeting them, and I got to talk with them on a couple occasions. Got to see a couple of nice dogs, Doug and Russell, just amazing dogs. I think Doug weighed 140 pounds, golden retriever. But Dina's feeding our dog cauliflower. But we had an enjoyable time, and they stood in line, I know, for 3 hours waiting on people to shake their hand and speaking with them for a few minutes, and it was amazing. I don't know if I could have been on my feet that long, but it was.
We'd have to get you a wheelchair.
You have to give me something. But we had. They talked about how to deal with black tank problems. They didn't do it, but they had somebody from the RV place that we were at talk
Real
about
nice
that.
RV company.
Yeah, real nice RV company. In fact, we're going to get them to do some work on our what's the thing called, awning. We got the awning that we're going to be having our awning fixed. We've had a little bit of some issues the last couple of days with our car also, so it's just been one of those things. Our Jeep Liberty, so we got to put it in the shop with a local mechanic that's friends with the guy we're staying at. His place supposed to be real good, and then we're gonna take our RV down in probably the end of next week. My daughter is carrying me tomorrow night to see who we seen?
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart. Yeah, I can't think tonight. I got a headache. Rod Stewart tomorrow night, outside concert at the lakefront in Milwaukee. So that's going to be pretty enjoyable. And then we're going to go to a ball game on Friday night. Again, the Brewers. We like going to a baseball game. Medina's become quite the live baseball fan. Like it if you see it live. Our Starlink is buffing here in the last day or so because one, we're not completely clear of trees, and it's been raining like crazy. So it does buff a little bit, and I apologize for that. I found this picture the other day of the Grand Tetons I took last time I was out there, and it makes me want to go back. So we are going to try to come back out to the Grand Tetons in a couple of weeks. We're going to start heading that way. If we don't get on the road and find diesel is unbelievably high. We do use some fuel cards that we talked about. It does give us about a 30 or 40 cents a gallon discount for diesel. If you'd like to know anything about those cards, be sure to send me a message me, and or watch one of our videos we had about one of them's called Mud Flap, and the other one's called TDS Logistics. EFC EFS is the name of the card, but it's TSD Logistics. But Mudflap is by far the best deal because you don't pay anything. The actual service station pays for the fee for you to get the best thing of for gas. I'm surprised we don't have anybody here other than John and one other person, which is probably you. We were online last week at 8 o'clock, and because we didn't want to butt heads with Keep You Daydream, they had a live thing on Amazon, and that did. I didn't want to butt heads with them, so I moved it back up at 8 o'clock, and we probably are going to have people come in at 8, but usually they get them a notification that says 7 o'clock. But I guess too, maybe it's real nice in other places, and they don't feel like they need to they need to be outside. How warm is it out there, John, where you're at? Are you still in Vegas? I can imagine it's rather warm. I know up here in Wisconsin, where we're still in Wisconsin, it's not bad. It's a couple of days have been bad, but it's not that bad. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get into this, and maybe we'll have some people join us, or maybe we'll have some people watch later on. One of the reasons why we're doing a lot of live streams right now is because we're getting very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, but I'm way down on my hours on watch time. I'm only at like a little under 2,000 hours watch time, and you got to have 4,000 hours watch time to get for YouTube to start giving you anything for your videos, even though they advertise on them for free right now. So the only really good way to make hours is through live streams. But it helps if you have a lot of people there when you are doing your live stream, because if they stay with you, then you build hours a lot faster. And a lot of people won't come back and watch the live stream later on. So it does help if you have more, have a lot of people here that stay with you during the live stream. I just kind of disappointed that we don't have anybody else here, but that's the way it goes sometimes. But we do have 1,000 trails, and I'm gonna give you a little mixed review on 1,000 trails. 1,000 trails is a great camping program if you are full time and you like to basically camp around the edge of the United States, and that's from Maine to, if you're hugging the coastal units of the United States. There's hardly any 1,000 trails in the center of the United States. But I'm going to tell you something. 1,000 trails is not, even if it takes a lot of money to join. You can buy the used 1,000 trails packages. The used ones, there's several places. There's like camp membership outlet sells some, and then other people where people like me maybe bought them and then get disgruntled with it, and then they sell the membership. But a lot of times you can't get all of the things you can get if you buy a new one like I did. I went and bought a new one because I just couldn't get everything that I wanted involved in in buying the used one. It may cost you, I think, as much as $6,000 or $7,000 for the membership, and then it costs you about depending on what you have, We have the trail collection, and then we have another thing called Resorts Properties International. And I'm going to tell you about both of those, the trail collection and the Resort Properties International. Um, and they run it through Thousand Trails. But and they have properties all over the United States and not just around the buffing. I apologize. We did buff right there for a few minutes. It must be the weather. That's the only thing I can figure. Um, but I'm going to show you a little bit here. We just don't have anybody here today, but I guess
know it's
that
shocking.
it is a little bit. Would not doesn't help.
It's okay. John's here.
John's here. John, I'll just talk to you.
How about that?
But it's just like this one here. This is one place that we thought about doing, and this is what goes on. And you put your basically when you register, you say here we got 2 guests, we got 3 pets, motorhome, 40 feet with slides, and you push the little check rates. Now the rates are zero, but I was constantly running into this right here, currently unavailable for those dates. Check availability. And I mean, every time I would put it in, I was getting that. And I was only getting that on trail collection. Now, with my membership, and I'll show you in a few minutes exactly what it is, they send you a calendar like this for availability. Now, on this calendar, basically, they're only telling me there's 4 days available in this whole month that I was checking on. 4 days. Well, it may not be the dates that I want right there that are available. They don't really say what's available and what's not. Um, this is what you get when you try to get on the trail collection. I was getting this that said that I had to book 60 days in advance. You couldn't do it anything more than that. Well, on my membership, they told me that I could book it 180 days out, but that is for only the original Thousand Trails park. So you have the Thousand Trails, and then you pay extra for the trail collection, and that's what we got. We got both those, and I went ahead and got the Resorts Properties International because that was more all over the country. And let me see if I can hit this other one here. It's down here. See, this is our original. It tells about our membership. We have advanced bookings up to 180 days. That is for the original ones. We have the trail collection, but it kept telling me I did not have the trail collection for some reason. Um, so I was pretty disgruntled today, and I finally called Thousand Trails, and I said, "Look, I'm running this problem," and they said, "Well, some of the," he said, "the trail collection. They should have told you when you bought your membership that the trail collection is a 60 days advance. The others, the original Thousand Trails, is 6 months in advance." And but the good thing about that is if you know 6 months from now, say what we're going to try to do is go to Maine in the fall. We're going to try to be in Maine in October. Thing is, they close the places close up there at 15th October, but that's about the time I thought the leaves were changing up there. So it's kind of a situation because we were up in northern Michigan in October and they hadn't really changed yet. So I don't know what the deal is, but they said if I would call in when I tried to make a reservation before online, it kept telling me unavailable. And when I called, they said if I call in, sometimes they can get me a vacancy when online cannot. And you know what? I just find that weird, because why do you even have an online if you're kind of not 100% sure that you can book through there?
Well, it
You
could be,
know?
Tommy, that there are people who have been doing this longer than we have, the ins and outs, and we will learn that.
Yeah,
And
I
the
just
lady was very nice. She
she
told me
was.
60 days was August 2nd. Call in on August 2nd and we will help you book your
But you
stays.
have to set your alarm on your phone basically to do that, to
Oh
make
my
sure.
goodness. You sound like you're part of this new generation of I
No,
gotta have it now.
no. I just think that
So I set an alarm.
I pay a good bit of money for this. It ought to be easier than it is.
I set an alarm. It won't get any easier for you than that.
But a lot of people love Thousand Trails, and but I think now if I had to do it over again, I look at it. How many times do I camp? Say I paid $7,000 for this membership, and that's a forever thing. If you take, I think I figured I'd have to stay 400 nights at $50 a night to pay for it.
Yes.
Basically, is what I figured out.
Yes.
400 nights. So, I haven't done that yet. I think I've stayed 5 nights at an actual campground, and they're not these campgrounds. Most of them are not like super nice. They are some that are very nice, but most of them are gravel sites. The showers are not new. They're the one that I did. We did make a video of one in Kentucky we stayed at called Thousand Trails: The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. And you can go there and watch that video, and you can see. I mean, it was still free, but we couldn't hook up to the sewer because they put us in one that had like a 30-foot long site to sewer. I didn't have a hose big enough. And then when I decided, well, I'll just go take a shower in the bathhouse, pretty, it was, I would have, I apologize for this buffing we're getting here. Just the weather has got it. But the resorts, this is the Resort Properties International, their main site. We are members of that. And this, like I said, is $10 a night. The way they do it is
I want to go
this
there.
is the properties all over in the United States that are Resort Properties International, and they actually have like you have a premium or you can have regular, and we would have had bought into the premium. Um, and then you see just in Florida down there, there's a lot of them. They're $10 a night. So they're not bad. So even if you had to say you were going to stay 20 days there at $10 a night, that's just 200 whole park is not Resort Property International. It may be only a certain amount of the park. And this is another thing, and this tells right there, if you can see the little things, the different colors: RPI green, RPI preferred, and then additional savings. Like some of these are not $10 a night. You call and they'll say, well, X amount of dollars, but it is a big savings to you. And but this is another picture of one. This is what it looks like if you click on one. You'll get this. It tells maximum 45 feet, sites 400, year round, 30 and 50 amp, and basic usage. Now that's, there's no extra fee for the 50 amp.
Can I tell you what I see?
Yeah.
Right there.
What?
Alligator infested.
Well, you don't plan on being swimming in it. I'm just saying, And these are some pictures I took. These are some of the places that they do rent as a part of this membership. You can rent these houses looking things. If you don't have a motorhome, you can rent these houses. You can trade, like if you have somebody that has a house at a different spot. I don't understand exactly how that is, but it is. This is another uh, pretty nice place. If I can get it to come up here, there you go. That's a real nice place. This one is that. Uh, so some of them are very nice, and then some of them are, I don't know, maybe not as nice. This shows
The one in
the
Styx River
campground.
was not real nice.
No, but that wasn't Resort Park International. I think that was just.
Thousand
Yeah, it
Trails.
was. It was Resort Park International. Yeah. This is right here. It shows some of the one that they don't really have a pad. They have kind of gravel and dirt and yard. But the problem, you say, well, that's not look. That looks pretty good. It does look good until it rains, and then you got. These are another thing that they do rent as a part of this uh, program. And I don't know if these are $10 a night or not, but if you were camping down there and you had friends, come on, right here. And that looks like something out west, maybe on.
It's California.
Well, how do you know
Emerald
that?
Cove
Okay,
Resort.
there you go. If I could read it, that'd been better. But that one is not bad. You could be right there on the beach, and a lot of people out there swimming and driving their boats. After living at the Gulf Coast, I'm just not real. It's not my thing. If I had a boat, maybe, but I'm just not.
Can't pull a boat behind the Jeep.
I could pull a Jeep and then the boat behind it.
No.
But,
Not me driving, you can't.
No. Well, John, I appreciate you sticking with us, buddy. I don't know what else to say. I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that we didn't have anybody
Mr. Charles
tonight.
is watching.
Mr. Charles may be watching. Him and his cats.
Him and his cats are watching.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back there and see those cats.
But Michael might be watching.
Michael may be watching too.
Michael might be watching.
But we usually have more people here, and that's how we build up our time.
Well, and it's with more people, they're asking questions, which
right.
is really good.
And the fact with more people too, it builds up our time, which, it doesn't really build up a lot of time when you have one or two people, and really it hurts us too because it doesn't. We don't. Well, a lot of people won't go back and watch it, the whole thing, and I don't blame them. I get, unless it's very interesting, I don't either. But a lot of people are still traveling. I've watched a ton of people on YouTube. They're still out there, unless that they're delayed. A lot of times they may be running 2 or 3 months or even a year. Their videos will be even a year ahead. There's a couple of them that I know that their videos running 6 months ahead. So, they're some of their videos are showing
6 months behind. You mean?
Yeah, 6 months behind.
Yeah.
In other words, it's like their videos say that it's the winter time basically where they are, and
right.
and we know that's not the winter time out in Utah or whatever. So, you know, a lot of times it's like that. We currently, our videos are actually running about a week. A week. We were doing them week to week, be pretty much real time, but I got ahead a little bit ahead. There's a couple of videos that are going to be out, and it allows me to concentrate on making better content if I'm not rushed into editing one, because it takes a good 4 to 6 hours to edit a 15-minute video. A lot of people say it takes an hour per minute, but maybe it does to make exceptional videos, but I'm just, it takes me about 4 to 6 hours. And that's if I don't have to put a lot of music or a lot of stuff like that in there. But I can't believe that we have not had
5 people watching now. Who came in?
Who came in?
Tell us who's here. We know that.
Yeah.
We know John's here. We know we're here. I think Mr. Charles is here, and maybe Michael's here. I sent him a link, so hopefully.
John, did you never tell me how the temperature is out there? My mouse. I lost my mouse for a minute.
You lost your mouse?
My mouse is missing.
He lost his mouse.
Hey, John, before you go, what's the temp out there in Arizona? I mean, in Las Vegas. I don't think I want to go to Las Vegas this time of year. It may be a little too warm for me out there.
You think?
Just a little bit warm for me. 102. Whoa, yes. I don't, but it's a dry heat, right? I don't think I want to do the 102. I think my air conditioner be running like wide open all the time.
Does John live out there full time now?
I think he lives out there full time.
What's he do?
He trains canines.
Oh, I got a canine for him.
Yeah, he trains them for the government, I believe. You still training canines, John? Or are you about ready to get in the RV and take off? With that $10 a gallon diesel. It's about 112 later this week. Wow. Gosh. I can't imagine. We do want to go to Las Vegas and go to some of those big casinos that have like those Caesar guys walking around, those guys dressed like Romans, and the one with the mall or whatever with the ceiling that changes temperatures and all that. No, you don't want to go there? Okay. Well, they tell me that
he retires at the end of the month. Yay! So are you going to start traveling full time?
That would be good, except it's a little. It could be. Depends if you got a diesel or gas, but it's going to go down. It's got to. Truckers not going to be able to afford to drive. If you have a diesel, John, you need to hit me up and let me tell you ways to save some money on diesel.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's very good. Very good.
John, if you do travel, do you have a dog?
He probably has several dogs. He has them dogs that find all kinds of bomb dogs and stuff. Well, that's good, John. I'm glad that you're finally being able to retire. That's great. Well, I tell you, I really appreciate you sticking in there with us tonight. We didn't have what we thought we were going to have tonight, and maybe it's because somebody is doing something live in the other realms of things, that there's tons of people out there doing live broadcasts.
Maybe something on summer.
Something over on the missing or pages, or possibly on some type of thing. I'm sorry about that. But we're gonna go on, and yes, I have some property Arizona go to until winter. I have 2 dogs. That will be three. Uh, that will be three. Well, when you get out there, even in Arizona or whatever, John, you let me know, and we'll meet up, and we'll try to get together. And especially if you have some property where I don't even need. I've got solar and all that kind of stuff. I'm, all we need is a place. We've even thought about going to the desert. Just parking in the desert for a while because we have solar. We don't even need power. We get our power now from the sun, and as long as it's not steaming hot, we can run one air conditioner. Hey, oh, Duty Ron's on. That's it. That got a lot of my people over there. Hey, Jane, I appreciate you letting me know that. That's what I thought. Maybe somebody's over there
And thanks
on
for
the other
hopping in to
side.
see us.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in to see us. We're about to wrap it up. We've got we
5
had
people.
5 people tonight, but we've had also some buffing problems too with this weather around us. So we're gonna call it. But I do appreciate you letting me know, Jane. Thanks a lot. Duty Ron John is a retired New York City detective that does a lot of true crime stuff. So it does steal a bunch of folks that normally do come over here. So that's what it is. I think he's got about 100,000 subscribers too. Okay.
Yeah, he's talking about the lawn Gabby Petito
The
thing.
Notebook and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I get. Hope to be going. Jane.
Hope to be going to visit relatives in Huntsville at the end of September. If you're there,
Jane said, "Sure, it's pronounced Jane."
Janae.
Janae. Okay,
Janae.
that's pretty.
That's how I would say it, Janae.
Janae.
Um,
Yeah, John. If you are going up there, do you still have my number? I hope.
because we
We
stay
will
at my
be.
parents'.
Yeah, we may be in. We'll be just north of Huntsville in September, and
But that's only at the first part of
yeah,
September,
I don't
though.
know. We're thinking about going heading towards Maine the end of September. But just give us a call anyway if you're up in that area. We could probably meet you somewhere if we're there. If we're at her dad's, uh, we can go out to eat or something. Because Huntsville, I worked in Huntsville in law enforcement up there for 8 years, so still know a bunch of folks up there. Um, okay, great. Just hit me up, and if we're up there, I'd be glad to come down. It's not, but honestly, it's about 20 minutes from where we stay.
Janae lives in Tempe.
Tempe, is that Tempe, Texas, or Tempe, Arizona, or Tempe? We'll see. I don't know where Tempe is. Is it Tempe? Is it Tempe, Texas,
You are so
Arizona,
funny.
or Nevada? Where
Tennessee,
is?
Oregon.
No, I always heard Tempe. I don't know.
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay, great. Is it close to? Where's it close to? I don't
Oh
know.
my God.
I don't know where it's close to. Is it close to like Flagstaff or something? They tell me it snows in Flagstaff. I don't know.
Janae. We can only say bless his heart.
Phoenix. Okay.
Bless his heart. Phoenix, what used to be one of the number one places to be kidnapped in the world.
Well, not necessarily for.
It was at one time.
Yeah, but it's for other Hispanics. I think it was.
Well, it doesn't matter. It was
Cartel type
kidnapping.
thing.
It was kidnapping.
Well, it's close to the border. Sort of close to the border. I don't even know how far it is from the border. Maybe 300 miles. I don't know.
What
I don't know. I'm trying to imagine a map in my brain. I don't know what it is.
3 hours from Flagstaff.
Okay. Does it snow in Phoenix? Because I heard it snowed a lot in Flagstaff. Because Flagstaff, I think, is higher elevation.
So, does it snow in Tempe? Is what you want to know?
Yeah. So I have some land over by St. John's. on the east side of Arizona. How much land you got up there, John?
And would you let us park our RV there?
Oh, once in a while. Well, I tell you, I know that you, John, I know you used to work out there somewhere when you were in customs. It doesn't stick. I know you used to work somewhere out there when you were in customs when it was like lived out there in the sticks near the border somewhere. Um, I know land out there in something where I've seen in the desert pretty cheap, but I don't know about that. I don't know. We thought about that as maybe buying a piece of desert lot out in the desert and just use it as a place to stay. You know, as long as we don't have to or even have to have a septic tank or whatever to dump. But it just, I think I want to be a little close to something. You know, I don't feel like I need to have a compound or something.
A compound.
Oh, well, thank y'all for Janae. Thanks for coming over and telling me that and coming over and saying hello. John, thanks, buddy, for coming
3
in and
acres.
staying with us. 3 acres. Wow, that's big enough for that's big enough. Um Yeah, 3 acres. You're welcome anytime. No utilities. I was in
Hey,
Texas
that's
with
fine.
Gus. Yeah, I knew you were somewhere in the Texas or something in the desert, wasn't it?
It's only 23 hours from here.
23 hours. That's not bad.
It's only 23
Yeah, we
hours
may
here.
do that sometime. My dog, my big yellow lab, like to play with any kind of other dogs. Uh, but yeah, I don't need any power. I've got uh, I've got 2,400 watts of solar on top and 1,000 amp hours of lithium batteries. So as long as it's not real hot, I can manage. We're gonna let you go. We do appreciate you, John and Janae and Michael, if y'all are in the background, and Mr. Charles,
I don't think Mr. Charles knows how to type us a message on his phone.
And everybody that is coming. I hope we do have some people that come in and watch the first part of this.
We have been to Sedona and we have been to Grand Canyon and loved Sedona. We would love to come back.
Yeah, we actually on our first RV when we were full time the first time we went out to Sedona and we stayed in Williams, Arizona, and then went to Grand Canyon and we
Was
went out.
Williams where they had that cake, the pies?
Yes, and we went through
Pieces that big.
went through Zion, Bryce, and up to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons, that sort of thing. Yeah, it is very 2 miles from Lehman Lake State Park if you need water or a dump station. Wow, that's awesome. But we'll talk about that, John, sometime with you. And do appreciate everybody that's here and that's going to watch this in the future. Hopefully, we are desperately trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So, if you could give us a thumbs up, that would help the algorithm on YouTube. If you could share it, share our channel with a friend, that would really help us out. And we do appreciate everybody being here tonight and hope everybody has a great night. And I don't want this thing to start buffing again.
Y'all have a great night. Thanks for coming and sitting with two old people
us,
talking.
not y'all. So hope to talk to y'all
Have
soon.
you been watching the Dylan? How do you say that name? Dylan Rounds case?
I have not yet, but I will go over and check in on that. I think I've read some stuff about it, but that's about it. I will look at it though. We'll go. In fact, I'll look at it as soon as I get off here. All right, y'all. Thank you a lot. God bless y'all. We love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.